Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there. Thanks to growthday.com for sponsoring this podcast. Growth Day is the world's #1 self-improvement system. It has all the tools, motivational classes, and life coaching you need to fulfill your potential. If you love journaling, tracking your habits, setting your goals like I do, and learning from inspiring motivational speakers and wellness coaches, then you're going to love Growth Day. I get to teach on Growth Day every single month, and I'd love for you to join me on the app. Go to growthday.com for a free trial. Join 300,000 people making self-improvement a way of life. Visit growthday.com to start your new life with a free trial today. I hope to see you there.
Thanks to Babbel for supporting my show. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to really learn a new language on the go. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/Lori. If you have people in your life who they like you how you are right now, except you don't like you how you are right now, I hate to break it to you, but they're probably going to have to not be in your life as much because they are valuing a version of you that you don't desire anymore. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I want to remind you to get on my daily text list, you guys. I am obsessed with sitting down and writing out what is inspiring me right now or what's really like getting me going and getting me up and out the door and doing the thing. I'm telling you, we all need that extra push. So text the word daily to 310-496 8363 so that I can send you messages like this one that I sent yesterday. It says, have you even put yourself out there if you don't have people who don't like you, and let you know about it? Are you showing up authentically in your life if you haven't had at least one falling out with an old friend or family member? If you change from the person you've been for others into the person you came here to be, you're going to ruffle feathers and relationships will change. It's part of the process. You got this. You guys, definitely get on that text list, because these are the crazy deep inner thoughts that I'm having that I want to share with you, because I know that I can't be alone in them. So today I want to share with you just the process of change. That text message was perfectly sent out just for what I'm thinking of with everybody who is really going to the next level. It is not easy. It is super challenging. We have to let parts of ourselves that are maybe really comfortable parts of ourselves. It's like dying to yourself, right? You have to let those parts die. And it's sad because we're mourning the loss of this thing that, even though we are really uncomfortable because we're not at the place that we want to be, it's the part of us that makes us really comfortable. It's just that part that likes to keep us in the same exact place, or it's the part that is keeping us stuck in the same place. Maybe it's that part of you that's like, those couple glasses of wine each night aren't bad. Like, you convince yourself they're not keeping you stuck, except you know you're not sleeping as good as you could be. You know that you're really hitting a wall in the middle of the afternoon. You know that it's just kind of putting that little cloud over your morning every single morning. Trust me, I've been there. I've done this where I'm like, no, it's not that bad. And then I'm like, okay, let's get really honest with ourselves. What is that part of you that you have totally convinced yourself it's okay, but you know deep down inside, if you made this one little tweak that feels impossible, even though it's very, very possible, that you would be operating at such a higher level. You guys, for me, I'm just using that example because I have a few of them, but that was one that was so clear to me. Like, I kept getting this message, like, you need to upgrade the operating system. And I knew that that meant that I needed just to like cut back on how many days I was having alcohol per week. And I was like, okay, like, it can't be that bad. Like, I'm not having a lot. Like, most days it's just one glass, or I can stop when I want. I do that whenever. Like, okay, if I want to go a week or 2 weeks without it, I'm fine. It's not easy, but I'm fine that first 2 days because it's your comfort zone, right? And it's that thing that's comforting you. It's like, all right, I know this is it. And I denied it for a long time because I was like, oh, it just separates my day. I think a lot of us during COVID kind of develop these habits of like separating the day. Like, oh, this is the thing that takes my work day from my night, whatever that looks like. And for me, I knew it. I just knew it in my soul. I was like, oh God, it's time to like do something different. It's time to find a different habit. You guys, I went to Spain a while back, and my friend speaks perfect Spanish, and she also speaks perfect Italian. Let me tell you how cool it was to go into different restaurants and places and have this woman just like speak to everybody that's in the shops and in the restaurants. I will tell you, it definitely enriches and enhances any experience that you have to be able to communicate in the native tongue. So if you're like me and you regret not learning in school, it's never too late to start with Babbel. Babbel is the language learning app that's sold more than 10 million subscriptions. Thanks to Babbel's addictively fun and easy bite-sized language lessons, you can finally cross learning the new language off your list. We're all super busy, so I'm sure it feels like a crazy undertaking, but with Babbel, you only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson. I mean, you could literally do this while you're getting ready in your bathroom. So you can start having a real life conversation in a new language in as little as 3 weeks. And I have an idea for you. You can go listen to our episode number 765 about how to make your mornings magical. Start penciling in a quick Babbel lesson in the morning. It will start jogging your brain for the day and make you feel so good and accomplished. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. I'm currently going through the Italian lessons because we've been on a couple trips to Italy, and I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with how beautiful this language is. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscriptions when you go to babbel.com/Lori. That's babbel.com/Lori for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel is language for life. For me, that's what I've been up to, is just kind of going, okay, what's that habit that can replace that? So I knew that whenever I've had to upgrade a habit, that I have to find one to replace what I'm doing. So right now, it's like I try to get out on a walk right away. And when I come back, I make a mocktail right when I get home. Something that just feels a little bit different. It's not like a water or a sparkling water for me. I like to get like a non-alc beer. I like to make something that's like with a non-alcoholic gin. I like a mocktail. I like something that I can make that feels like a ritual. And I think that's kind of what I'm after, is creating a new ritualistic feeling. And this is just something that you have to realize about yourself, that if there was something in that place that was, comforting you, and you're going to need to replace it with something else, you've got to find something that is like a program. Like, when this happens, I go and do this. Because if you don't have a plan B, where you used to have a plan A, like your plan was actually the wine, right? Or your plan was like Netflix, or your plan was to put your computer away and be done, even though you know that you have work to get done for the night. Like, you have to do something else. You have to have another trigger. You have to have another habit in place as a backup plan. So when you guys are thinking of installing, actually, this is for when you are uninstalling a habit, you have to have a habit that you're going to install in place. So I want to remind you that as you're upgrading, you might need to also change out some people in your life. Ooh, this is a shitty one. This really sucks, doesn't it? Because you might have those people who were really helping you lock in those other habits that were keeping you stuck or held back or small, or just not liking yourself. Like, if you have people in your life who they like you how you are right now, except you don't like you how you are right now, I hate to break it to you, but they're probably going to have to not be in your life as much, because they are valuing a version of you that you don't desire anymore. And they might confirm, this is not everyone. Don't get me wrong. This is not everyone. Because if you explain to the right people what you want for you, they're going to support you. But if you explain to the wrong people what you want for you, and they want the old you, then you're not going to be supported. So this is also your reminder, as you are uninstalling those habits, that some of the people who were confirming those habits and reinforcing those habits might also have to be uninstalled along with it. And the easiest way to uninstall people is to install new people, is to spend more time in the places with the people who are reinforcing a better habit. So you don't owe it to anyone to make them comfortable. You don't owe it to people to make sure that they stay in their comfort zones, even though you want to do something different, right? So you don't owe it to anyone to make sure that they are feeling good about themselves and that they're comfortable, if not feeling good about themselves is reflected to them because you're trying to love yourself. So they may just not be in that place. It doesn't mean that we need to be rude or tell them what to do or cut them out of our lives immediately. It just means that you need to wean yourself off of the people who are only reinforcing the habits that are making you not like you. This is important. We are not here to make other people like us and live into that version of ourselves. That is not a life well lived. And I know that you know it. And I know that there are a couple things that you're doing that are holding you back from the life you know you're here to live. And it's going to be a much better life lived if you do those things, right? I know it because I'm doing it. I am your friend on this journey. Whenever I'm talking about things to you that I'm like, you should do this or that, it's because I want to be doing them. It's because I'm talking to me. It's because I am the person who needs this more than anything. Have you ever heard you teach what you need the most? You can pretty much figure out that I'm probably trying to coach myself through all of this too, because this is a very human experience. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you've achieved. I don't care what you've done. You're going to find yourself at the beginning again a lot in life. You're going to find that there's so many setbacks in life that can throw you backward. And even though you're going backward, I have to tell you, there's always some sort of forward movement or something that's stuck from when you were going forward. So don't forget that. Even if you're finding a place where you're like, shit, this is not where I thought I'd be at 30 or 40 or 50 or 60. Like there are things that stuck that you had implemented that actually you are forward, but sometimes you have to go backward to figure out what you don't want anymore or who you don't want to be or who you don't want to be around anymore. So you guys, I'm sending you so much love as you upgrade into your higher self, as you upgrade into the person you came here to be, the person that God sent you here to be, or whatever you believe. I really, really just want you to know that I am your friend on this journey. I am in it right now with you. So sending you guys so much love. If you got anything out of this podcast, I would love if you'd go rate, review, or just share on your stories. That means so much to me. It's how podcasts get out there. Truly, it's how we keep showing up to the mic every single week. Sometimes I'm like, how in the hell am I going to come up with something else to say? I have no idea. But I feel like you guys always somehow end up telling me what to say. So I'm so grateful for you. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone.
Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool. Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start
which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's kajabi.com.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently, and most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.